Tip number 2 is maintain your rig. There are quite a few things that you're supposed to do on a yearly basis. We have been remiss, but thanks to our friend Mark in San Diego, he tends to remind me when I need to do something. This week, I'm going to do the decalcification on the Truma water heater. But first, I watched a really good video on how to do this from Tom Morton of Morton's on the Move. We met Tom and his wife down in Texas several years ago when we were at the Nomad Fest. The Truma water heater is supposed to start blinking when you've gone through like 1,500 gallons of water, and that's when you do the decalcification. But Tom recommends you do it once a year. And in 3.5 years, we haven't done it, so it's about time. Now to do that, you first have to buy yourself a Truma decalcification kit. It comes with 6 tablets and a couple of signs to put on your faucets so you don't operate them while it's doing this process. So I've watched his video 3 or 4 times, and I've written down every single step, and there's like a couple dozen steps, but I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. I will link his video below because that is definitely a great one to watch. Okay, and here's my list. Okay, so the first thing is to make sure that your control panel is set to off, and that is, and also make sure your water pump is off. And our water pump is off. Or if you're hooked up to water, make sure you've turned off that water supply. Number 3 is open the hot water system, or actually open a hot water faucet so that you drain the system. And a couple of trips, that's it. Number 5, open and remove the access door on the outside. So let's go ahead and step outside. To remove the door, you lift up on it like that. Turn the power off. Here's the power button. It's on right now. We'll turn it off. Release the yellow access cover. He said put a bucket down here to catch the water that drips out, but I don't think there's going to be water.
I'll go get one.
Well, let's see if there's water. So pull up on that. Oh, yeah, there you go. Whoops. Yeah, that's not enough for a bucket. Although he said about a gallon will, you know what? He's right. So make sure you get a bucket. Okay, then while you're waiting for that to drain, you can take this thing out. This is the filter, and check it for debris. I don't see anything in there. So then you slip these suckers in there. 1. Wow, it doesn't want to go. I forgot to put the gloves on because these tablets are acidic. But the other problem is that there seems to be something wrong. There's always something going on with us. This thing seems to get smaller toward the bottom. I think it might just be, an odd one. I don't know, but I'm going to have to trim these down in order to get all these capsules inside of this. Let's see what happens here. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, 2. The others should fit. Just got tight down there at the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, there. All 6 of them are in. Okay, let's see what happens here. How does that work? Now, close that sucker back up. There we go.
Is there plenty of water in the freshwater tank, or is that not involved?
I don't know. We'll have to check. We might have to hook up. We went ahead and hooked it up to the city water. Okay, turning power back on. Now we'll go back inside. I'm going to turn the water pump on, or your water source. Open hot taps to fill and vent system. And then you put the controller to the clean mode, and it's supposed to start blinking. Yeah. It starts blinking on and off. And this is the part that will take about 3 hours, so we'll come back in 3 hours. Supposed to run it until the yucky pink stuff goes away. About 8 gallons. Takes longer than you think, but the light has finally gone off, so now I can turn it to off. Then you turn off the water pump. Then you turn on the faucet to relieve the pressure. And then you turn the power off. Yellow drain, so we can drain the water out. Pull that out. And I want to show you guys a mistake that I made. The mistake I made was forgetting to put this thing back on after I got the tablets in. It looks to me like this thing is slightly narrower here, and that's why the tablets wouldn't go all the way in. But I don't think it really made a difference as far as decalcifying. Last thing is to put the cover back on and refill, turn the water pump or water supply on, and check the watercolor to make sure it's not red. Now we'll see what color the water is. Looks pretty clear, doesn't it? A little bit of air in the line. The other regular maintenance you need to do is making sure you change your generator oil, which we had the dealer do not too long ago. And then, of course, running the generator, which we've been remiss at doing. Our dealer recommends for 20 minutes every 2 weeks. I'm going to try to stick to that schedule. I hope this has been helpful. We'll see you next week. We picked a bad time to go to the beach to dump our tanks. Everybody's going to the beach. It's a beautiful day.